Welcome, my dear viewers. This is Dr. Kebicho, as has always been the case. And this message, I want to go to the people in the diaspora, our brothers and sisters, who actually work outside the Republic of Kenya. I want to introduce myself to all of you. As you all know, I happen to be a doctor in finance and business, and I've been advising people for a long period of time for the last 28 years. I would like to share a few things pertaining to what you people need to do. One, you are working in a foreign land, and therefore much of what is happening from your home country can only be relayed to you or relayed to you by the people that you left behind. And sometimes they may not be very well equipped in terms of giving you the information that may go a long way in helping you make decisions, more so when it pertains to where you put your hard-earned money. I personally have been advising people for 28 years. I want just to give you a brief of who Kebicho is. Dr. Paul Kebicho is a trained business person. I hold a bachelor's degree in business administration, a master's degree in business administration, a doctorate degree in business and finance. I'm also a trained lawyer. I'm a trained theologian, and I'm a trained marketer as well. And I have worked for the last 28 years as a financial consultant with various organizations, up to a point where I opened my own consulting company, which is called Panorama Consulting Company, based here in Nairobi. And during your free time, you can actually visit our website, which is www.panorama-consultants.com. And that one will help you to get to see or to understand what it is that I do as a consultant. I have been advising people in that particular company as the chief executive officer for the last 11 years. But I have also consulted for a company that most of you maybe know. Previously, it was called Pan Africa Life, which became Sanlam Life. And then I eventually went to a company called Britam after I became a doctor. That's about 6 years ago. And I've been doing this business for quite a long time. Now, why did I decide to talk to you people in the diaspora? Number one, since you are working very hard to make money, then the question comes, I have gathered a lot of information. I'm a researcher by training. I also do what we call research. For you to become a doctor, of course, you must do a lot of research and understand how things happen out there. So most of you people, you've been sending your money to some land buying companies. Some of them have been declared bogus by the government of Kenya. Others have lost their money in institutions that claim to be building houses for people. Others have lost money on the heads of their family members that they could have trusted in the first place. So, which are the best ways for you to invest your money in when you're actually working outside the Republic of Kenya? Number one, I can advise you, we have what we call active and passive investment vehicles. Active investment vehicle is whereby you must be there to generate that particular income, meaning that your presence is required, your energy is required, your thoughts are required. For instance, where you work, your presence must be there for you to actually qualify to be paid, or for the employer to warrant him or her to pay you the money. But when you talk about passive investment, this is where you put your money, money works for you. For instance, when you buy shares from a particular company, it is not your business to learn the day-to-day affairs of that particular company. All what you do is that you give them your money, and that money that you give to them, they invest on your behalf. Remember, you don't pay rent, you don't pay salaries, you don't pay license fee, actually, basically the only thing that you pay at the end of it all is what we call taxes that are inevitable. And of course, something little for administration. So that's what we call a passive investment. When you build rental houses, the only thing that you do is to involve somebody called a caretaker who will be collecting rent on your behalf. When you buy something called a money market fund, which I'll explain to you shortly, money market fund, it is still a passive investment because the only thing that you do is that you give a lump sum amount of money to an organization where they manage that money on your behalf, and in the final analysis, you'll be getting what we call returns on investment. Buying land is good, but you cannot continually buy land. Up to when will you buy land? Land is good, yes, but you don't have to continually buy land all the time, land. Sometimes it's good to have what we call near cash. So we have various methods of actually putting your money into investments. And because most of you people do not have the luxury of that time when it comes to investing your money, what I can urge you to do, we have what we call, allow me to introduce you to what we call the money market fund. Money market fund is whereby you give, for instance, 1 million shillings to an institution, and when you give this 1 million shillings, they will be investing it on your behalf and will be getting what we call 10%, minimum of 10% per annum return. Your principal remains intact. Even if the economy doesn't perform very well and maybe the rate of return goes down by a certain maybe margin, your principal sum is still intact. That one tells you that your money is safe. The beauty with this particular investment, you do not even have to specify the duration of time that you want to invest your money. You can even put your money for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, for 1 year, depending on what you want. So if you have gone, for instance, to UK to work in UK for 4 years or even 3 years, you can dedicate that 1 million shillings for the next 4 years. And the beauty is the amount of money the principal earns you will be plowed back to your principal, meaning you will be earning more money in terms of what we call compound interest. So by the time you're coming back to the Republic of Kenya, your money will have earned you interest that will enable you to do the project that you have always desired to do, as opposed to giving somebody your money whom you don't even trust, whom you don't even know. And I have seen people losing a lot of money, colossal amounts of money. And as I said initially, it takes you time, energy, and thoughts to make that particular money. So you can put that kind of money into this particular investment vehicle, which is called money market fund. Okay, it's also good to have to be in a circle, but it's a bit tricky when you're out there. Okay, fine, you can have what we call a direct debit authority, or you can have what we call a standing order with a bank. You'll be sending money to a given circle. But I'll tell you this, unless you take a loan with a circle, the amount of money they pay in terms of dividends are lower compared to what we call an investment vehicle. Your money will be saved, yes, depending on the circle that you have put your money in. But if you need growth, why don't you put your money where your money earns you an interest, it is plowed back to your principal, and at the same time it has got what we call daily yielding compounding kind of an approach. So that is one way of putting your money. I have got so many customers who have come to me through this. I've got some customers from Germany, from UK, from US, from Dubai, from Qatar, and I'm investing their money on their behalf. At the tail end of this discussion, I'll make you understand how we do it. The other thing is that you can identify an insurance company. For instance, allow me to talk about even Britam, because I'm the consultant for Britam. You can take a program called Imarika. Imarika is whereby you give us your money in principle. For instance, you give us 2 million or 6 million shillings. You invest, the minimum term that you can invest this money is actually 5 years. You can put this money into this particular investment vehicle. It will be earning you interest. So your principal will be given to you at the end of that particular term that you have selected. You can even put it for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, depending on your plans. Alternatively, you can even buy another program, which is more of a savings plan, but with a lot of benefits, which is called the Dhamana. The minimum term for this Dhamana is actually 15 years. How does this particular Dhamana operate? You say, for instance, you want to open an account worth 5 million shillings with us. And remember, you don't pay this 5 million shillings lump sum. Actually, we refer to this as the principal sum. You'll be putting, for instance, maybe 60,000 shillings per month. But the beauty is, upon hitting the 4th year, this particular Dhamana plan will be earning you an interest of 20% of the principal sum every year. So what is 20% of 5 million? That's 1 million shillings every year. Okay, we don't pay you this 1 million shillings annually, but what we do, we plow it back to your account, such that by the time the scheme is hitting the 15th year, we shall give you the principal amount of money, which is 5 million, plus 11 million shillings, the accumulated returns on your investment, and therefore you take home 16 million shillings. What do you require? Fine, it is a savings with other benefits, but it has given you money, which you can actually call your pension money. It can serve you in so many fields. So we have got so many plans that we can actually put your money in. And for more information, kindly don't hesitate to actually call. You can either drop me an email, that is paulkebisho@gmail.com, paulkebisho@gmail.com, or alternatively, you can drop it to my company, info@panorama-consultants.com, or you can even call us on 0713 530 465 for more discussion. Feel free to visit our website, www.panorama-consultants.com. You can even visit my Facebook page, Dr. Paul Kebisho, PhD, or at my Twitter account, @KeepStua, for more information. May God bless you. Let me tell you, invest now. It is better to invest now, because when you invest now, the returns will be coming your way. And remember, utafuna ulichopanda. May God bless you. Keep in touch with me. It has been nice talking to you. God bless.